Alright, we're back from the little detour of talking about the output adjustment of the position of the laser beam, and we're back to the point where I have the laser light arm base mounted in front of the laser head, and the aperture's aligned. Next we're going to take this alignment tool or adjustment tool and mount it to the top of the light arm base. Okay, and once again we're looking for the same kind of thing, where the beam in fact goes through both the bottom aperture and the top aperture when we run the laser. There are a few adjustments that we can do to make sure that happens. First thing you can do is, or that you need to do, just loosen the top 4 screws on top of the base. That's these 4 screws here. Yeah? So we got a little bit of adjustment like this, well actually quite a bit. Okay. The manual actually has quite nice schematics, so what that does, left, right, back, forth, it kind of does some gross motion for us. The other 2 adjustments we're going to use are just these little thumb screws here for adjusting mirror position. Yeah, one does tilt up and down, the other one does tilt left and right. So basically, we'll just turn on the laser right now and see what we get. And I'm going to try to position this camera such that we can see those apertures. There's the bottom aperture. Okay, I'm just going to turn on the laser. Once again, you should most likely be wearing, not most likely, but you should be wearing your laser goggles. The beam, for the most part, should be quite contained already. Yeah, so we shouldn't have anything scattering out. These discs don't really reflect too much. They diffuse quite a bit, and then of course we have an impinging light beam at the tip as well. I'll just fire laser 1. Okay, right now I see laser 1. Right now it's clipping at the center of that disc. Yeah, and right now I'm just adjusting this base till it's best centered. Yeah, there it's clearly not at the center. There it's at the center, and I can also adjust position there as well. Okay. So, let's tighten these down. We might need to iterate back to these, so I'm just going to tighten 2 of them down. Next, I'm just going to come to the back here. Yeah, I'm just going to adjust these 2 guys while looking at the bottom disc and the top disc. So it's a bit iterative. Yeah, and I'm just looking once again. You can tell if you're aligned or not, because if you're offset, I bet you see the real bright clip of the laser beam on that aperture, and you can iterate back and forth so you see it bright on either side and go all the way so that beam wanders back and forth to either end. Then you can get a sense of exactly where it should fit so you get the best center of the beam. Okay, to me that looks really good. And of course we fix top of the plate. Position the camera, look up. You can see the bottom aperture, yeah. I see a halo. Things don't always image so well on the cameras or the video camera, but with your eye you can clearly see it. And you see the same with the top. You can see a halo here as well. You can see the bright beam center at the top plate of the adjustment tool. And that is the alignment. Okay. Next we're going to put on the actual light arm.